everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with
MakeupByTaya, and
today we're going to be doing a mukbang.
Can't really already tell. We've got the goods.
We've got the goods. Yeah, we've got 6" because we're delicate.
We did want footlongs, but they didn't have the deal that we usually get,
so we boycotted and we got half each.
I feel like we've picked the worst food to eat because I make such a mess and I'm wearing a white top. So, love that for me. Also, I have a tendency to do this. So, sorry if that annoys you guys. Literally. Just while Jazz is getting the questions, I got my nails did.
She got her nails
They
done.
look really pretty. Just thought I'd share.
Oh yeah, we
haven't tried one. I'm going to do a live taste test for you guys.
I've had these all the time.
So these are from Lidl's. They're like the McDonald's cheese bites.
Mm. They're pretty strong.
They're quite strong, aren't they?
They are, but that's why you have the cranberry sauce with it.
And they had chili and jalapeno ones, which I think I'd like better. But yeah, I'll eat them. I mean, they're food.
So after we film this video, we are filming a video on Taya's channel. What's it going to be? Who's most likely to?
Okay.
She's not even drinking at the moment.
No. Basically, we're going to get drunk and we're going to do a who's most likely to.
I look so short compared to you. So I asked on my Instagram for a few questions and we got a couple. So Luby said, if you didn't do makeup, what job would we do?
Okay. We both work on makeup counters, so I feel like my whole working life I've always worked in retail, and I think once you've worked in retail, it puts things into perspective. It's definitely an experience.
Can you understand people for their true nature?
Yeah, 100%. So I would come out of retail completely, and I'd really love to work at a zoo or like with animals or something like that. Yeah, I'd love to work at like Longley or Marwell. Yeah, literally, I just love animals and I think working with animals would be really fun. You haven't got to put up with people who are annoying.
You just have to put up with animals.
You just chat to animals all day and it'd just be really, really great. So I think I'd like to do that, but obviously I'd have to go to uni and, you know, that's probably not possible now. So more realistically, I'd probably...
It's possible.
I mean, I ain't got time for that. And I'm not the brightest spark. Maybe something in like fashion, because I've never done fashion before. That might be a bit fun. Or like being a journalist.
I think, yeah, fashion would be cool, like magazine sort of.
I think that would be quite different. What about you?
I think mine would definitely be down like the media, the editing. Like before I went to university to do makeup because I didn't have any makeup qualifications beforehand. At college I did a media production course. So I learned how to edit, film and do all of that, and I really do enjoy it. That's why I do YouTube videos. But I was originally going to go to London to go to Ravensbourne to do film production or an editing course there, so I probably would have done that. And it's weird to think that if I didn't take a gap year, that's what I would be doing.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I would be in London
really,
and I'd
weird.
be learning to do all of that, and I wouldn't do anything within... I probably still would have done makeup because I was interested in it before, like while I was doing my college course, but it is weird to think I could have a different life.
I know, you could be in London,
if I was to go to uni there.
Crazy.
But I didn't. I took a gap year and then came to Southampton.
And now she's stuck with me.
And now I'm stuck with her. So Luby also asked, where did you guys meet?
I was working for a makeup counter and Jasmine started to be basically my part-timer, and that's how we met. We met through work.
Taya was my mum.
I was her mum.
She's my mum. Taya was my manager.
Yeah.
For the company I still work for. I don't think I've ever said I work for
not?
I don't think so.
Yes, basically I worked as counter manager, and then Jazz came in and was my part-timer, and this was for about a year, like before I left the company, and obviously Jazz still works.
It wasn't even a year.
No, probably just under a year. Probably way under a year.
It was like 2 months.
Oh, okay. About 2 months I was Jasmine's manager.
I started November 2016.
Basically, I left Benefit and I went on...
We weren't that close when we...
No, it was more just like I was like her manager, she was my part-timer kind of thing. Obviously we had a laugh on counter, but I thought you just whacked yourself. We never really did anything outside of work or anything like that. Didn't really talk unless it was about work.
You stopped being my manager, you went on...
I then moved on to a different makeup counter, which literally was like right next to Jasmine's counter anyway.
Yeah, it was like mine was behind hers and we would get told off.
Yeah, literally.
Come to the front.
Our manager would like, our store manager would be like, back to your counter, girls, and we just like sneak around the corner and just like talk to each other like And then that's when like our friendship really grew, I feel like. And then we're friends ever since. Like I've worked for Charlotte Tilbury for about 1.5 years now, and you've been with Benefit. Jazz moved to them to a different store.
Same company, different store.
Yeah, and we've still stayed friends. I feel like me and Jazz will always be friends now. Like,
oh yeah, actually I've been 1 year at Boots now.
Yeah, like, you know, even though we don't work together, we don't see each other as much anymore. We still talk pretty much every single day, and like when we do see each other, we just try and make the most of like and cram loads of stuff into like one day.
We'd like go on lunches together and see each other that way.
Meet each other like on lunch breaks and stuff. So
I nearly went for your drink then.
I feel like that literally took the longest time to explain. But yeah, basically we met at work and now we're still really, really close friends, even though we don't work together. And that's that.
Tragic.
Jazmine's like drunk already.
I'm not drunk, I'm just tragic.
I haven't got a drink, but I feel like I just kind of want to keep sipping. Oh, I can pour a beverage.
You can pour it in there if you're really that desperately wanting to keep your Subway cup.
I quite like my Subway cup.
You don't want the Harry Potter wine glass. Okay, so Taya has recently gotten to the Draco TikTok. I've always been a huge fan of Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy before Draco TikTok was a thing.
Yeah, I've just recently
She's never seen Harry Potter before.
I've seen the first 2, but like I wasn't that into it kind of thing. I just kind of watched them because that's what you do when like you're a kid and like they're on the TV and whatever. But I recently thought because of like TikTok, I'm just going to commit and I'm going to watch them all.
And this is I'm very proud.
And it's literally like, it's so good.
I've had
like,
to explain
I can really understand why people are like hyped on it. Like my friend Michaela, she'll listen to podcasts every single night. Like Jazmine loves Harry Potter. Like I'll be asking Jazmine like, who's this? She'll send me like 5 voice notes about the whole story and I'm like, okay, that's not what I asked, but great, thanks. But no, I absolutely love it. But yeah, anyway, I've got my Draco cup, which I'm very, very happy about. Well, Jazmine's Draco cup.
It's not a Draco cup.
Yeah, it is. It says Draco on it.
Draco means dragon.
Wow. Does it actually?
Yes. It's a Harry Potter. That's the slogan for Hogwarts.
Oh.
But it's at Hogwarts that you got all the. We decided to get some. What's it? Hortus raspberry gin liqueur.
Really, really nice. Thoroughly enjoying that.
Thoroughly recommend. Spend your last day alive with boyfriend or your best friend.
Oh my god. That's
what I said, that's morbid. Spend your last day alive with either like your best friend or your boyfriend.
I feel like I would pick my boyfriend purely because I wouldn't want anybody to get offended.
Yeah, I wouldn't know who to pick out of my friends.
Because if I picked like one person then other people would get annoyed. If I picked Brian, I feel like people would understand. And obviously if I picked
I'd pick him Ryan.
No, if I picked a best friend over Ryan, I'm sure Ryan would be bloody fuming. So I think, yeah, I would pick Ryan just because obviously I wouldn't know who to pick and I wouldn't want it to be unfair. Would
you rather be rich and be sad or be poor and be happy? That was from Rumi.
This sounds really, really bad, but I'd rather be rich because I'm not being funny. I'm poor now and I wouldn't say that I'm like overly happy. All the problems that I have are because I need money. Like everything that I want to do in life you need money for, and that's what's holding me back, like doing my driving, buying a house, all things like that.
Yeah, but then I feel like you are still, you know, 23, nearly 24.
Yeah.
I feel like you've still got a lot of your life left. I feel like at this moment you are...
So would you rather be poor and happy?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm poor as I am, but I am modestly happy.
I don't know,
several times this week.
I feel like they say like money can't buy happiness, but I feel like it really can. I mean, I'd rather be loaded in a nice house with a nice car.
So you'd rather be loaded with no boyfriend, no friends, like... Okay, so for instance, someone's like, right, here's £5 million, but you've got to break up with Ryan, you've got to move far away from all your friends and stuff, you're not allowed to have any communication,
okay, well, obviously
lose all of their numbers. See, it's like...
Fine, I'll pick happiness. I'll be poor.
Like, and you know, your mum, like...
Yeah, no,
your mum, your cats, you're not allowed to see.
Oh yeah, I can't leave Coco behind.
And I'd much rather be poor and happy.
Yeah, okay. I guess. Right, when you go to Subway and you get as part of a meal deal, do you get a cookie or do you get crisps? And if you get a cookie, what cookie do you get? Because there's only one right answer, and that is a rainbow cookie.
I've never got a rainbow cookie in my life.
Well, they're the best, and you're missing out. Okay, I'm going to ask you one.
Oh god.
Have you ever had any like paranormal experiences?
No, but I have got a funny story about that. When we was in primary school, and I can't remember, I think it was like year 3 or 2, me and some of my friends, we set up a paranormal club.
Oh, cute.
And there was like this bit of the playground that we would stand on this like little kind of stool thing, which made me the same height as everyone else, it was really small. And we would say like stories, and I made up the stories. Like none of the stories happened to me, but I made them up.
Right.
And we got so told off this club because a lot of people were listening to these stories, and it scared a few people, and they went home and told their mums.
Oh, Jazmine.
It wasn't just me, it was like other friends as well. And I remember that it was like the next day or a couple of days later, the teacher had to say like, does anyone know a part of this paranormal club?
Oh my god.
And or it was like a ghost club because we didn't know what paranormal meant. We needed like, it needs to disband, you're not allowed to do it anymore. And I remember that so clearly.
That's my beverage. One thing happened, but do you know when you just don't know if it's a dream, like a really vivid dream, or if it's real or not? So this happened
My whole life.
maybe like 10 years ago. And I remember I used to get like really bad like night sweats and stuff, and basically never used to be able to sleep very well. And we just moved into my new house, like where we live now. One night I was laying in bed, and I don't know if I was sound asleep or if it was a dream or whatever, but I was laying in bed and I just sound asleep and then just heard this screaming in my ear, like really really loud screaming, and I like obviously shut up. I was like and then like called my mum. I was crying and whatever, and she was just like, oh, it was just a dream kind of thing. But do you know when you just feel really weird after it? So that happened, and then ever since then nothing's happened. But the other day I came home from being at Tanisha's when I was telling you she cooked for us. I got home and it was maybe about midnight, I'd say, 12:30. And I went into my room, turned on my light, put the bag down, went to brush my teeth, came back in my room and my light switch was switched off. And that really did creep me out.
Are you sure the fuse didn't?
No, because I turned the light back on after, because I was like...
No, but like, did the fuse like just play out for a minute and then turn the light off?
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but it felt very scary. And I was like, whoa, my lights turned off. And then I remember messaging the girls like, guys. And then they were like, Taya, you probably just didn't turn the light on. But I definitely turned the light on, and it definitely was off. And then I had to switch it back on. So obviously, don't know what happened there. Paranormal activity in my house.
She probably didn't turn the light on.
I definitely turned the light on, 100%. I don't even know what the Marauders map was until that film. I remember
It was the only film it's mentioned in, basically, until the next film.
I remember me and my friend Michaela bought Jazmine presents one year. And
yeah, you bought me them. I still got that.
I got her a Marauders map gift bag, but I was like, oh, what's this? I didn't know what it was, and then when I watched the film I was like, whoa, now what it is.
Our friend Michaela, she is a Harry Potter fan as well.
Literally, she's
Taya's trying to convince everyone and herself that she's a Slytherin, and she is a pure Hufflepuff.
I am, unfortunately, I'm a Hufflepuff.
Like, me and Michaela took one look at her when she was like, what house would I be in? And we were like, Hufflepuff.
Right, we need to move on from Harry Potter now. You know what I'd like to be? I'd like to be Hagrid. I like his little heart. Did he's friends with that buckwheat thing. And it didn't die! I remember suggesting, I was like, oh, it's gonna die.
I was like, oh my god,
it's really sad, and then it didn't die, and then it saved them. And I really like the mandrakes that you pull out the thing.
She just told me that we have to move away from Harry Potter, and she just
Sorry, we're going to carry on. But no, where did I go? I went to IKEA with my mum, and there's like, if you've been to IKEA, you'll see like the flower section. They had these like succulents that looked like the mandrakes, and I was like, wow, I really want one, but they were £20, and I was like, £20 for a plant, that kind of looks like a mandrake. We
went to Primark before coming back here.
Oh! Sorry.
And she literally picked up everything that was Harry Potter related, and I just turned to her in the queue and I went, am I like this? She goes, yes.
It's literally like what it is, what Crummy does.
Before your diet.
One time...
Don't be shy, give me some
more. Don't be shy, give me some more. I came here and me and Jazz ordered a McDonald's, and it literally took like ages, and I mean hours, for it to come. And then they forgot our cheese bites. Which really, why did you just drink straight gin?
I wasn't prepared for that.
Yeah, but look. I literally had one beverage, Jazz had two, and she's drinking gin from bloody cups. No mixer.
You put so much lemonade in those.
God, right. Jasmine's an alcoholic since lockdown. Every time I talk to Jazz, she's been drinking, planning on drinking, or like, oh, I'm going to buy alcohol, I'm having some wine, or...
I have drank so much. Okay, so before lockdown, I was not a wine drinker. You couldn't shove that in front of my face.
I brought it here once, didn't I? And you were like,
I was like, absolutely don't put that near me. Lockdown happened. I drink wine.
all the time.
Overpriced now.
A fly just flew in my drink. I like the view.
It's eating.
Meow 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 meow. Sorry, I completely blanked out. If you drop this wet, now get your bucket and your map. That's a wet. I know. Yeah. So wet. That's so wet. But so I feel like lockdown made most of us alcoholics. Like I was drinking probably.
We started off lockdown with that challenge on the stories where everyone would take a chunk their drink down.
I remember.
So
Who tagged me? Yeah, Holly tagged me in it. And I remember I was laying in bed and I was like, oh come on then. I went to the fridge, literally necked back a whole glass of wine and I nearly passed out.
Exactly.
Like tagged you in it.
I know.
And she tagged me again. It was just like back and forth, back and forth.
But like that's how we started our lockdown, like that whole like trend of having to chug your drink.
I
really
do miss
quickly.
lockdown a little bit. I feel like we went through the chugging alcohol stage, Tiger King stage, redecorating your house stage.
Right, so that is it for the mukbang video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you go and check out Taya's channel, in which we are going to be filming a tip. Oh, I'm already tipsy.
Yeah, I've had one drink and I already feel a little bit like woohoo.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Bye.